and welcome to Mastermind. This week we have returned to Rochdale and to the remarkable splendours of its Gothic Revival Town Hall. While the greatness of medieval towns is reflected in their castles and their churches, those which rose to greatness in the Industrial Revolution have their magnificent town halls, designed to express the civic pride of these newly affluent and self-governing places. The mural, The Signing of the Magna Carta by Henry Holiday, which dominates the east wall, is a graphic example of the Victorian interest in medievalism and of a powerful contemporary self-confidence. Well, our four contenders this evening are from Scotland and Northern Ireland, and their chosen subjects are Shakespeare, Ayrshire, Catherine de Valois, and the first Duke of Marlborough. So can I ask the first contender to take the black chair, please? Your name, please?
Jim McIntosh.
Occupation?
Retired lecturer.
And your chosen specialised subject?
The life and background of William Shakespeare.
Mr. McIntosh, you have 2 minutes on the life and background of Shakespeare, starting... Now, Shakespeare's mother came from Wilmcote. In which village was his father brought up?
Snitterfield.
Correct. In 1599, John Shakespeare sought to impale which family's heraldic arms upon his own?
The Ardens.
Correct. What was the name of the Stratford cattle market near which Shakespeare was born?
The Rother Market.
Correct. With which family is Shakespeare believed to have stayed in Oxford on journeys between Stratford and London?
Davenant.
Correct. The first recorded performance of the Comedy of Errors was in December 1594 at which of the Inns of Court?
Grace.
Correct. A drawing preserved at Longleat of an early performance of Titus Andronicus is usually credited to which artist?
Henry Peacham.
Correct. Which Bishop of Worcester's consistory court granted a special licence permitting Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway to marry after only a single publication of the banns?
Pass.
In 1597, who sold New Place to Shakespeare and was murdered shortly afterwards?
Underhill.
Correct. From whom did Shakespeare and his colleagues rent the land on which they built the Globe Theatre?
Allen.
No, Sir Nicholas Brend. For what reason were London theatres shut both in the early 1590s and in the early 1600s?
Plague.
Correct. In 1601, which of the Chamberlain's men testified before the council concerning the performance of Richard II on the eve of Essex's rebellion?
Hemming.
No, Phillips. Who wrote The Mirror of Martyrs in response to the controversy over Shakespeare's use of the name Sir John Oldcastle for the Falstaff character?
Oldcastle?
No, John Weaver. Which writer, used as a source by Shakespeare, later became a physician and wrote a treatise on the plague in 1603?
Could you repeat the questions?
Certainly. Stop the watch. Which writer, used as a source by Shakespeare, later became a physician and wrote a treatise on the plague in 1603? Start the watch.
Pass.
What was the name of Shakespeare's Huguenot landlord with whom he lodged in Cripplegate in the early 1600s?
Mountjoy.
Correct. In 1603, in which play by Jonson did Shakespeare give his last recorded performance as an actor?
Every Man in His Humour?
No, Sejanus. To whom did Shakespeare bequeath his sword? And you may answer.
His daughter, Susanna?
No, it was Thomas Combe, the younger. And at the end of that round, Jim McIntosh, you have scored 9 points. You pass on to the Bishop of Worcester, whose consistory court granted a special licence allowing Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway to marry after only a single publication of the banns, was John Whitgift. And the writer used as a source by Shakespeare, who became a physician and then wrote a treatise on the plague, was Thomas Lodge. Jim McIntosh, thank you very much. Our second contender, please. Your name, please.
Robert Close.
Occupation.
Freelance researcher.
And your chosen specialised subject?
The history and the historic geography of Ayrshire.
Robert Close, you have 2 minutes on the history and historic geography of Ayrshire, starting... Now, which Ayrshire feature is known as Paddy's Milestone?
Ailsa Craig.
Correct. In which village did Burns co-found the debating society called the Bachelors' Club?
Taboton.
Correct. Which Ayrshire Covenanter was shot dead in his home in Priest Hill in 1685?
Meikle.
No, John Brown. What name is given to the monument which commemorates the Scottish repulse of the Norwegian invaders at Largs in 1263?
The Largs Pencil.
Correct. Which ancient district, which includes the water of Coil, was the land of King Coilus, traditionally regarded as Old King Cole?
Kyle.
Correct. Margaret Stewart, the nobleman's daughter, who became the second wife of John Knox, came from which Ayrshire village?
Bar.
No, Ochiltree. On Black Monday in June 1772, which company collapsed, causing much distress to landowners in Ayrshire and elsewhere?
Douglas Heron, the Air Bank Company.
Is correct. Who was the Ayrshire nobleman who supported the 1745 rising and was executed at Tower Hill the following year?
Lord Kilmarnock.
Correct. What's the name of the Ayrshire mining village whose local football team, the Cherry Pickers, produced several great Scottish players?
Glenbuck.
Correct. Which road engineer was born in Ayr in 1756 and has a monument in the town's Wellington Square?
McAdam.
Correct. In William Ayton's 1811 General View of the Agriculture of the County of Ayr, which Burns poem is extensively quoted in the section on the poor?
Tam O'Shanter.
No, the Jolly Beggars. Who wrote the earlier General View of the Agriculture of the County of Ayr, published in 1793?
Lord Eglinton.
No, Colonel Fullerton. During the American Civil War, which Ayrshire town sent a message of support to Abraham Lincoln, receiving an American flag and appreciation?
New Mills.
Correct. On which Ayrshire golf course was the first open golf championship held?
Old Prestwick.
Is correct. Which Ayrshire castle was a holiday home of the pre-Raphaelite artists Dante Gabriel Rossetti and William Morris?
Penkill.
Correct. Which Swedish inventor established a manufacturing plant at Ardeer in 1873?
Nobel.
Correct. Who was a coal miner from Crosshouse who became Prime Minister of Australia in 1908?
Andrew Fisher.
Correct. Which group captain, a native of Ayr, played a leading role in pioneering an airport at Prestwick from 1935?
McAlpine.
No, it was David McIntosh. And at the end of that round, Robert Close, you have scored 13 points and no passes. Thank you very much. And our third contender, please. Your name, please.
Joanna McDonald,
Occupation.
writer and journalist.
And your chosen specialised subject.
The life and career of Catherine de Valois.
Joanna MacDonald, you have 2 minutes on the life and career of Catherine de Valois, starting now. At which private palace was Catherine born in 1401?
The Hôtel de Saint-Paul.
Correct. Catherine was the daughter of Charles VI of France and Queen Isabeau. Who was her maternal grandfather?
The Duke of Bavaria.
Correct. At which convent was Catherine educated?
Poissy.
Correct. At which French town was the elaborate peace conference held in May 1419, where Henry and Catherine met for the first time?
Milan.
Correct. What is Queen Isabeau said to have sent Henry V to encourage his marriage negotiations for Catherine?
A portrait.
Correct. What is the Dauphin traditionally said to have sent to Henry V in response to the king's excessive terms to marry Catherine?
Some tennis balls.
Correct. Whose murder at Montreux pressed the French to complete terms for Henry and Catherine's marriage?
Jean Sans-Peur, the Duke of Burgundy.
Correct. By which peace treaty of May 1420 was Catherine formally betrothed to Henry V?
The Treaty of Troyes.
Correct. Which cleric officiated at the marriage of Catherine to Henry at Troyes?
The Archbishop of Sens.
Correct. Where did Catherine stay in the early stages of the siege of Melun before Henry had a house built near his tents?
Bray-sur-Seine.
No, Corbeil. Who was the Archbishop of Canterbury who crowned Catherine as Queen of England in February 1421?
Churchill.
Correct. Which monarch is said to have sat beside Catherine at her coronation banquet in the absence of Henry?
James Stuart, King of Scotland.
Correct. At which residence did Catherine give birth to her son, the future Henry VI?
Windsor Castle.
Correct. What was a pair of symbolic articles which Catherine carried before her when she entered Paris in 1422?
Sceptres.
No, ermine cloaks. Where did Henry and Catherine stay to celebrate their entry into Paris at Whitsun 1422?
The Louvre.
Correct. Where is Catherine generally thought to have been staying when her husband died at Vincennes in August 1422?
Senlis.
Correct. Who was the protector who led the move to prohibit anyone marrying Catherine without the king's consent in the light of her relationship with Owen Tudor?
Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester.
Correct. Which of Catherine's children was born around 1431 and later created Earl of Pembroke?
Edmund of Haddam.
No, Jasper. And at the end of that round, Joanna, you have scored 15 points and no passes. Thank you very much. And our fourth contender, please. Your name, please.
Alan Keyes,
Occupation.
teacher.
And your chosen specialised subject.
The life and career of John Churchill, 1st Duke of Marlborough.
Alan Keyes, you have 2 minutes on the life and career of Marlborough, starting now. In which house near Axminster was John Churchill generally thought to have been born?
Ash House,
Correct. Which British garrison in North Africa did Churchill join as a volunteer in 1668?
at Tangiers.
Correct. Around 1671, Churchill became the youthful lover of which of Charles II's mistresses?
Barbara Villiers,
Correct.
Duchess of Cleveland.
At which siege in June 1673 did Churchill so distinguish himself that Monmouth told the king, "I owe my life to his bravery"?
Maastricht.
Correct. In whose service was Sarah Jennings employed when Churchill secretly married her around 1677?
Mary of Medina.
Correct. To which military rank did James II promote Churchill in November 1688?
Lieutenant General.
Correct. The celebrated letter of May 1694, in which Marlborough supposedly alerted the Jacobites of an English attack on Brest, is known by what name?
The Comrade Bay letter.
Correct. To which post in the service of the royal family was Marlborough appointed in June 1698?
Guardian to William, Duke of Gloucester.
I'll accept that, the governor. In November 1702, on which river was Marlborough temporarily held by a French patrol?
The Mass or the Moose.
Correct. Who was a prince and imperial commander with whom Marlborough fought many campaigns from 1704?
Eugene of Savoy.
Correct. In August 1704, which lieutenant general and battalion commander was ordered by Marlborough to open the firing at Blenheim?
Coots.
Is right. Which principality did the Emperor Leopold grant to Marlborough in 1705 for his victory at Blenheim?
Mindelheim.
Correct. Who was the equerry killed at Ramillies while helping Marlborough mount his spare horse?
Well, it's Bringfield or Bingfield.
Correct. In April 1707, through personal diplomacy, Marlborough prevented a war between the Emperor and which king?
Charles XII of Sweden.
Correct. Which of Marlborough's victories in July 1708 has been called an encounter battle, as there was no formal order of battle?
Oudenarde.
Is correct. At which battle in September 1709 was the Allied victory incomplete and extremely costly in casualties?
Malbolquet.
Correct. Who wrote the political pamphlet The Conduct of the Allies with his implied attack on Marlborough?
Jonathan Swift.
Correct. Where on the River Main did the Marlboroughs settle for some months from May 1713?
Utrecht.
No, Frankfurt. On Marlborough's return, I've just started, so I'll finish. On Marlborough's return from exile in 1714, who reputedly said to him, "My Lord Duke, I hope your troubles are now over"?
George, King of Hanover.
Yes, George I is correct. And at the end of that round, Alan Keyes, you have scored 18 points and no passes. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the end of the first round, the specialised subjects round, a round of mounting scores. Let us look at these scores. In 4th place on 9 points is Jim McIntosh. In 3rd place on 13 points is Robert Close. In 2nd place on 15 points is Joanna McDonald. But in the lead at this halfway stage on 18 points is Alan Keyes. So on now with the second round, the general knowledge round, and we go up in the same order as in the first round. So first of all, please may I have Jim McIntosh again. He is a former principal lecturer at the old Dundee College of Education teaching English literature. He comes from Dundee, now lives in South Queensferry in West Lothian, scored 9 points on the life and background of Shakespeare. Your general knowledge questions are starting now. What name is given to the thick insulating layer of fat which lies beneath the skin of whales and other sea mammals?
Blubber.
Correct. In the theatre, who is referred to as the angel of a production?
Someone who backs it.
Correct. In the 18th century, what name was given to the rosette worn on the hat as a distinctive badge of the Jacobites?
Cockade.
Yes, the white cockade. Which English dramatist wrote several plays concerned with time, including Time in the Conways and I Have Been Here Before?
John Donne.
No, Priestley. Which former leader of the Liberal Party died in October?
Joe Grimond.
Is correct. In 480 BC, Leonidas and his Spartan troops died heroically while defending which pass from the invading Persians?
Thermopylae.
Correct. In mathematics, what name is given to the longest chord in a circle?
The diameter.
Correct. Who wrote the poem beginning, Lars Porsena of Clusium, by the 9 gods he swore that the great house of Tarquin should suffer wrong no more?
Lord Macaulay.
Is right. In which Swiss city is a Palais des Nations built for the League of Nations?
Geneva.
Correct. The 1946 film Night and Day, starring Cary Grant, is a film biography of which American composer?
Cole Porter.
Correct. Which term, coined by John Ruskin, describes the attribution of human emotions to inanimate nature?
Anthropomorphist.
No, it's a pathetic fallacy. In the Second World War, what derisive nickname was given to William Joyce, who broadcast Nazi propaganda to Britain?
Lord Haw Haw.
Correct. Which city is the administrative centre of the Scottish region of Tayside?
Dundee.
Correct. According to Virgil, when Aeneas descended into the underworld, what gift did he have to take from Proserpina?
Sheaf of corn.
No, it was a golden bow. The Turkish city of Izmir was formerly known by what name?
Ankara.
No, Smyrna. In 1768, which king founded the Royal Academy of Arts in London?
George III.
Is right. On an Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000 Land Ranger map, I've started so I'll finish. On an Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000 Land Ranger map, what does a red triangle represent?
A benchmark.
No, it's a youth hostel. And at the end of that round, Jim McIntosh, your score has gone up to 21 points and no passes. Thank you very much. And now Robert Close again, please. He's a freelance researcher, originally comes from Gloucester, now living in Ayr, and is secretary of the Ayrshire Architectural Heritage Trust. Scored 13 points on the history and historic geography of Ayrshire, to be lying in third place. Your general knowledge questions starting now. On which heavenly body is a so-called Mare Crisium, or Sea of Crises?
The moon.
Correct. What name is given to dense scrubland characteristic of Mediterranean regions and also to the French resistance of the Second World War?
Maki.
Correct. In which country are the provinces of Baluchistan, Punjab, and Northwest Frontier?
Pakistan.
Correct. In Greek mythology, what name meaning round eye was given to gigantic beings, each of which had a single eye in the middle of its forehead?
Centaur.
No, Cyclops. In which Scottish city is the twin-towered Cathedral of St. Macar?
Aberdeen.
Correct. The actor-born Richard Jenkins, who starred in the films Look Back in Anger and The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, was better known by what name?
Richard Burton.
Correct. Which is the largest of the anthropoid apes?
The gorilla.
Correct. In 1822, Brazil declared its independence from which European country?
Portugal.
Correct. A ketubah, which is traditionally read aloud at a wedding ceremony, is a marriage contract in which religion?
Jewish.
Correct. Which 17th century French artist painted A Dance to the Music of Time, which is in the Wallace collection?
Pass.
Which German composer wrote the music for the ballet The Creatures of Prometheus, first performed in 1801?
Bach.
No, Beethoven. In which novel by Henry Fielding does Sophia Western marry the eponymous hero?
Tom Jones.
Correct. The Humboldt Glacier, one of the largest in the world, is on which island?
Greenland.
Correct. Which Stuart, King of Britain, on his deathbed, reputedly apologized for taking an unconscionable time dying?
Charles II.
Correct. The 18th Amendment to the US Constitution, enforced by the Volstead Act in 1919, banned the manufacture, sale, or transportation of what?
Alcoholic liquor.
Correct. What is the second Christian name of Baroness Thatcher?
Hilda.
Correct. It is widely believed that the Earth's core is made up of nickel and which other metal?
Silicon.
No, iron. What is the meaning of the Latin term ab initio?
From the beginning.
Correct. What term describes an heraldic shield that displays a coat of arms and also a decorative metal plate surrounding a keyhole? And you may answer.
Pass. Where does it go?
And at the end of that round, Robert Close, your score has gone up to 27 points. You passed on to the 17th century French artist who painted A Dance to the Music of Time, now in the Wallace collection, was Poussin. And the term describing an heraldic shield that displays a coat of arms and also that bit round a keyhole is escutcheon. Robert Close, thank you very much. And now our third contender again, please, Joanna McDonald. She is a writer and journalist. Originally comes from Hertfordshire, but now living for many years in Edinburgh. Now full-time writing fiction. First novel coming out in June, and she scored 15 on the life and career of Catherine de Valois. The target you have to aim at is 27. Your general knowledge question starting. Now, who wrote the play The Importance of Being Earnest?
Oscar Wilde.
Correct. What name was given to a medieval gold coin and later to the pre-decimal 2-shilling piece?
Florin.
Correct. The Scottish regalia, sometimes called the Honours of Scotland, are on display in which building?
Edinburgh Castle.
Correct. In cookery, what name is given to the small fry of herrings and sprats, which are usually coated in flour and deep fried?
Roe.
No, whitebait. Who is the mother of the actresses Jolie and Natasha Richardson?
Vanessa Redgrave.
Correct. In March 1960, South African police shot dead 69 Africans who were demonstrating against the pass laws. In which township?
Sharpeville.
Correct. The mild infectious disease rubella is more commonly known by what name?
German measles.
Correct. Which French town on the River Creuse is celebrated for the manufacture of tapestries and carpets?
Arras.
No, Aubusson. Which Danish writer, noted for her account of her life in Africa, published many works under the pseudonym Isaac Dinesen?
Karen Court.
No, Karen Blixen, alas. Sir Anton Dollin, Sir Robert Helpman, and Dame Mary Rambert were all leading figures in which of the performing arts?
Ballet.
Correct. Which Plantagenet King of England was nicknamed the Hammer of the Scots?
Edward I.
Correct. What was the name of the ancient Celtic festival held at the beginning of May with bonfires lit on hilltops?
Pass.
In which Australian state is the important mining centre of Broken Hill?
New South Wales.
Correct. Which French phrase used in English expresses the meaning rank imposes obligations?
Noblesse oblige.
Correct. What title is given to the MP whose continuous service in the House of Commons is the longest?
The Leader of the House.
No, the Father of the House. To which family of birds does a jay belong?
The Rook. Crow.
The Crow family is right. Who was the last queen of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty who committed suicide in 30 BC?
Cleopatra.
Correct. What title now used as a mark of respect in addressing letters was originally given to the shield bearer of a knight?
Esquire.
Esquire is correct. And at the end of that round, Joanna McDonald, you have scored 28 points. Just the one pass. The name of that ancient Celtic festival held at the beginning of May when everybody goes and lights bonfires on hilltops is the Beltane. Joanna McDonald, thank you very much. And finally, Alan Keyes again, please. He is a history teacher from Northern Ireland, comes from Armagh originally, now living in Newtownards, where he teaches at Regent House School. Scored 18 points on the life and career of the first Duke of Marlborough to be in the lead. The target you now have to aim at is 28. Your general knowledge questions are starting. Now, Calvados, a spirit distilled in Normandy, is made from which fruit?
Grape.
No, apples. In July 1969, who became the first man to step on the surface of the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
Correct. The city of Belfast stands at the mouth of which river?
Lagan.
Correct. Which future Prime Minister served as Foreign Secretary under Baldwin, Chamberlain and Churchill?
Eden.
Correct. In the Old Testament, Aaron, the first high priest of the Israelites, was the elder brother of which leader?
Moses.
Correct. Which 18th century composer wrote the piano concerto in D major, which is nicknamed the Coronation Concerto?
Handel.
No, Mozart. In 1802, who instituted France's Légion d'honneur?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Correct. In Greek mythology, Megara, Deianira, and the goddess Hebe were the wives of which hero?
Achilles.
No, Heracles. In the film Kind Hearts and Coronets, which British actor played all 8 members of the Descoing family murdered by Dennis Price?
Alec Guinness.
Correct. Which island republic is separated from India by the Polk Strait?
Sri Lanka.
Correct. Last August, which British athlete set a new world record for the 110 metres hurdles at the championships in Stuttgart?
Colin Jackson.
Correct. Poyning's Law, or the Statutes of Drogheda, were acts restricting the powers of the Irish Parliament passed during the reign of which Tudor king?
Henry VII.
Correct. Gunmetal is an alloy of tin, zinc, and which other metal?
Bronze.
No, copper. Which of Dickens's novels features the characters Abel Magwitch and Miss Havisham?
David Copperfield.
No, Great Expectations. In Australia, the term boomer may be applied to anything of exceptional size, particularly a large specimen of which animal?
Kangaroo.
Correct. The adjective estival or estival means of or pertaining to which season of the year?
Autumn.
No, summer. Which French author and politician is particularly remembered for his memoirs from Beyond the Tomb, published posthumously in 1849 to 50?
Balzac.
No, Chateaubriand. In 1986, Mario Suarez was elected president of which European country?
Finland.
No, Portugal. The 18th century painter Francis Hayman is particularly remembered for his decorations of which London pleasure gardens? And you may answer.
Botanic.
No, the Vauxhall Gardens. And at the end of that round, Alan Keyes, you two have scored 28 points and no passes. Thank you very much. And with that cliff-hanging ending, we reach the end of the second round, the general knowledge round, and the end of this particular contest. Let us look at the scores. And in fourth place on 21 points is Jim McIntosh. In third place on 27 points is Robert Close, but there is a tie at the top on 28 points between Joanna McDonald and Alan Keyes. Now, according to the rules of Mastermind, in the event of a tie, the number of passes is taken into account, and the contender with the fewer or fewest passes is adjudged the winner. And I can tell you that Joanna McDonald had 1 pass, and Alan Keyes had no passes. And so the winner this week is a teacher from Northern Ireland, Alan Keyes. So our congratulations to Alan Keyes, who becomes our 4th semi-finalist, our commiserations and our thanks to the other contenders, especially, of course, to Joanna McDonald, pipped at the post like that. Well, that's the end of this program, and all that it remains for me to do now is to express my thanks to the authorities at Rochdale Town Hall here and the Toad Lane Museum for all their help and hospitality to us. Next time, we shall be at the Dome Theatre in Brighton. Until then, from Mastermind in Rochdale, it's goodbye.